Hey kid, you wanna buy some podcast?
Does it have crude language and Beastars spoilers up to 189?
You better fucking believe it.
Oh, give it to me. Now!
Hey, you gotta pay for that.
No! No!
Hello everyone, Project Cherryton presents the Cherryton Podcast featuring me, Werewolf wquiz,
Hello.
Maya Amano,
Maya.
What? I'm speaking!
and special guest Miffix.
Heyo!
We are also joined by OrianVenator,
Hello.
sidpoke,
Hi.
and Sheeb.
Hello.
So let's
before we begin.
Oh, go
before
ahead.
we begin. The winner of the 104th running of the Indianapolis 500 was Takuma Sato from Japan. Thank you.
So anyways, chapter 189, it starts out with Mr. Gosha becoming super angry at Melon's dad because Melon's dad doesn't really seem to have a opinion about interspecial marriage. And then we cut to Toki, who is Gosha's wife, getting a lot of alcohol on her fur before having a nice little moment with Gosha. And then Toki dies. Like,
Yeah.
just straight up dies.
Spoiler alert.
And
Wait.
yeah, that's
wait,
kind of the whole
Does she
chapter.
right there, or wait?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! I didn't realize. I thought it was just. Oh God.
Yeah, I thought it was ambiguous too. It was not super clear.
It was not ambiguous at all.
Well, she is
Well,
canonically dead. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the chapter.
One of the saddest chapters in the history.
I
of
like the funny
Beastars.
edits that are under the hybrid Goomies thing. I like the one with the
You
Gosha
like
one.
the funny edits,
Why the
that's-
fuck do you all keep shipping me with my grandson?
Honestly, there's a lot of good artwork and panels in this chapter.
Kobe-
It is an
Kobe's
example
name
of
comes
one of
from-
the best, I would say, artworks of Paru's characters in terms of just expression.
Yeah.
Because, haha, you don't have to rely on just facial expressions with these characters anymore. You can rely on bodily cues as well, like the scales ruffling up, the eyes. You know, it's really
I
good.
didn't know lizards could do that with their scales. It's pretty whack.
I honestly think it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I think it's like the thing with the leopards where it happens in their universe, but it doesn't happen in real life. Like leopards and
Yeah.
their little whole spots shifting,
Yeah,
Or-
you got them friggin'.
whatever it is.
What if that actually happened with leopards?
That'd be
Like
really
you just
weird.
see one in the
whack.
zoo and then their
That was
spots
so
start
weird.
shifting.
Yeah.
They
But
can
it wa-
telegraph all of their moves.
That make them so sick, to be honest.
You know, this technically with Toki's death, that technically means Gosha has a kill count.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a
Don't
soldier,
say
dude. He
that.
absolutely has a kill count.
Oh yeah, not to mention those like birds or whatever that he beat up.
Bonk.
Well, I mean, he was a soldier a while back as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in
Yeah,
Beastars
he's a
Vietnam.
veteran soldier.
He was in Beastars Vietnam. That's right.
Beastars Vietnam.
Beastars.
That's what it was, right? Hang on.
Now I just need to draw Gosha having the Vietnam flashback. Oh my god.
Oh,
You're in
Gosha,
the
what's
tree.
wrong? I'm having flashbacks to Vietnam.
have unfortunate son playing in the background.
I am like 90% sure that his like intro scene was like a Vietnam type deal. Where is it? I can't find it.
No.
It's probably with the
Also-
bats, I think.
Also, go to page 12. Look at the cute little baby.
Yeah, the baby's still here at page 13.
Okay, I went to chapter 80 looking. Chapter 80 has the castration, and you said go to page 12, and that was the castration. So I'm like, oh, what a cute baby. No.
Oh man, I was in the call when they were recording that scene for Patrick's dub of that one. And like, who did it? Was it Conrad? I think Conrad did that, and he like screamed, and it was like pure pain. He did such a good job with that.
I went to the wrong chapter.
Oopsie.
Womp womp.
So, anyways, we now have a website.
Yeah, we do. Sid made it. It's
Yeah,
very
we're
good.
announcing it. Yes, it's projectcherryton.com. Visit it if you want.
We're cool. It has stuff.
Yeah,
swear we're
Ooh,
cool.
I like things and stuff.
we're the coolest.
We swear we do cool stuff.
We might upload comics onto there, so look out for that. We still need to do some stuff.
Yes,
but
I found it.
Also, in other news, Sid made a
Yeah.
meme, and it's on hot on r/Beastars. So that's
I
pretty
don't get
cool.
it. It's at
Wait, what?
165 upvotes
Yeah.
or something. It's
It's
on hot,
168.
and it's just the image of Jack going.
Let me see this. I gotta see this.
It's in Zagwan's memes. You can find it if you scroll up a little bit. It's above the use a bitch.
I also put it in the podcast.
It's
Check it
above
out.
the
Podcast
Post it in
section.
podcast
Never mind.
text. Post it in podcast text.
I posted it in the wrong podcast channel. Wait,
When was this from? Like, when did this happen? These panels.
the onion scene.
It's
I
onion.
made-
Oh,
Oh,
made
I
them
love
too.
the onion
Sid,
scene. I did
mine
my
was-
Mario with that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jack lost all his
There was
mascara there.
there was a meme format with these two panels, and Jack would go, "How can you say that?" But it was like the normal one, and I was like, "God, this is so stupid." Because we did the onion scene
This
so
meme
much, I was
format is
kind of
stupid.
tired from it,
H.
and I was like, "This meme format is stupid." I didn't know what to put next,
Yes.
so I just just edited Jack to
Sid,
be
have you
dank. I don't
seen
know.
my version?
No, I haven't.
I put it in. It's below yours. Okay.
Also, I found it. It was chapter 85 that has Vietnam Gosha. And that's what it is.
Ooh, yeah, there it is.
He has two
Yeah.
dead bodies next to him. Whoa! Actually, hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, no,
He has-
that's what that
He has
is.
two dead bodies and he has knives like right like in between the gaps of his fingers.
Man, Gosha's a
He's Wolverine.
badass.
Knives, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosha's a
Gosha Jackman.
badass.
He's got that Jotaro hat on.
Dude, I knew someone was gonna say it. I was waiting
This
for
is
it.
him at 17. So
Yeah,
yes,
he's not
that
even
is a
legally
JoJo hat.
allowed to be in
Hold up.
Soul yet.
Whoa.
Wait, isn't Jotaro
Is
in
Jotaro's
7
a
like
reference.
part 3 17?
No,
Yeah,
he's,
he's
he's
younger, I think.
No,
Like
he
six-
is.
16.
Josuke is
From what I
16,
remember.
and then Giorno is 15.
Is that a reference?
I think
Yes,
Probably.
definitely. Of course it is.
no.
why
It
not?
could just be a commander's cap.
True.
Yeah,
No, it's always a reference.
Yeah,
Everything is a reference to JoJo.
but
Yes,
it's-
everything is.
there's definitely like a Wolverine thing going on there.
Whoa, it's Wolverine in the Beastars universe.
Wait a
no,
minute.
it's just three
Wait a
knives
minute.
between his fingers. Come on.
Nah, he's
Wolverine isn't an actual Wolverine in this. Unliked, unsubscribed.
Unliked. Unliked. That hurts.
If Wolverine was like Wolverine in the Beastars universe, but he was like not actually a Wolverine, would it be cultural appropriation?
That's an interesting.
That is an interesting plot point that I did not
Right?
ever need.
Mhm.
I never think about Beastars.
It depends on if a species is a culture or a species.
Yeah, there's the question of what's the smallest a culture can be in Beastars? Is like a species have its own culture, or does a family have its own culture, or does an order have its own culture, or does a genus have its own culture? There's the taxonomical values there.
Wow.
Bill is taking
didn't get it.
Beastars to the next level.
Hey, I mean, I was talking about world building and like Beastars World War II earlier. So I
Beastars
mean,
2, dude.
Beastars Vietnam 2 Electric Boogaloo.
no.
Well, I used to
Unicorn.
put my keys between my fingers if like I was walking in the car at night, but I would not say that that's me appropriating Wolverine.
Yes.
I mean, Wolverines are like animals here. They aren't like they wouldn't be like walking, talking people, like unlike Beastars.
Wait.
Well, I'm confused.
Okay, I'm
Like, if
confused
you're
too.
In the verse, then it would be a walking, talking Wolverine.
I'm confused.
I'm so confused now too. Like, I'm so lost.
Nobody knows
Anyways,
what we're talking
I mean,
about.
if we're
the spiked chest belt that he has going on there, that thing's amazing.
This is the section of the podcast that
do you know
people
what
are
I'm
going to
reminded
skip
of?
past.
I'm reminded of Rambo. Gosha is Rambo.
yeah, that's totally what that's meant to be.
I'll take that.
And Yaya's Rocky.
So, if we're going off of these clearly copyrighted characters, would Spider-Man be an actual spider, or would it be like Spider-Wolf or something?
Spiders are insects, and insects are subhuman.
Spiders are a rat.
Well, here's the thing.
Reps. Sorry.
Here's the thing.
How about that?
Fictional games here in our universe have fictional equivalents in Beastars because we have things like Resident Evil we have a Resident Evil parody. We have a couple of others there.
There's a Resident Evil parody.
Yeah, in
Yes.
chapter 155, Bill brings Alba Biohazard.
Oh,
Resident
cool.
Evil.
Oh, that's right. It's Shock Egg.
Yes. So they exist. So that means that Marvel characters and DC characters would probably do exist in extent in the Beastars universe.
Let me see.
There are no
There's a-
Marvel characters in Fortnite, and I don't play Fortnite. I just saw the ad and was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Corporatism.
Okay, so there's
If
Resident Evil. There's Death. Is that Death Stranding? I don't
Let me
know.
what
Yeah,
chapter is this? 155. I'll look this up.
I kinda wanna see
I am
this
your
now.
I'm your resident gamer, so I can.
Speaking about 155, Hot Shock Egg.
Dynamite Birds 18.
Oh yeah, Shock Egg was such a good chapter.
It is a really
We
good
have
chapter.
Something special.
Okay, so we have Biohazard,
Monster Hunter.
Death Stow, and then Monster Hunter. So I'm guessing that is supposed to
Death
be.
Stranding, or is that too early? Is that?
Also, Dynamite Bird.
Hang on. So this when would this chapter came out? This would have been like 2019, right? This would have been like mid 2019.
Something like that.
Yeah, it might be.
Man, Resident Evil, that's like an old game at that point.
It's a long-running series. What are you talking about?
Well, I know, but if you're talking about Biohazard,
Biohazard is what Resident Evil is called in Japan.
well, I know, but that game came out on like when 2017?
What?
Well,
That's old.
well, Resident Evil 7 I think came out that thing. Death Stranding came out in November 8, 2019. I'm
Yeah.
going to assume that yes, by this time, Death Stranding was already announced and a thing, so Paru would have added it. So it's Biohazard, Death Stranding, and Monster Hunter parodies.
Well, isn't there the
I
chance
lost.
that like someone ended up putting in like in the translation whatever games that they wanted to as well?
Oh, that is a good
Or-
point.
Possible.
Well, let me check the hybrid Gumi. Let's see.
We're
what the
gonna need
hybrid
the raws.
Yeah.
is.
We're gonna
Randy's
fact
coming
check
out
this
soon,
manga.
isn't it?
Also, I have to
Let
put
me
this note in
see.
here real quick. If
Hybrid
the
says,
insects
Resident Evil.
were actually anthros, then I swear to God, Legosi would be an insectophile instead of. A
Okay,
rat lover.
so here's the thing. They were edited because in the hybrid Gumi translation, it says Death Stow, which I'm guessing is supposed to be Death Stranding. They changed Biohazard to Resident Evil, and they changed the monster just to that to where you could see Monster Hunter. So in the original thing, we can assume that those are indeed supposed to be parodies of Death Stranding,
yeah.
Resident Evil, or Biohazard, and Monster Hunter.
Okay. Well, hey, if we've got like multiple translations that are reflecting it, I think we can say it's safe at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we did with the Viz translation when we saw like a very bad translation thing on the Viz translation.
Oh gosh.
So let me explain this because I want to explain this. Let me explain it. Okay. So there in the in the official English Viz translation, there is the part with Kai's like he's reading the play thing and people are like, "Hey, so you hear about the 10th or whatever? Who's gonna place the role?" And then in the original, he would go something along the lines of, "You can keep saying that for now."
You can keep saying that for now.
But
and then in the Viz translation, it's like divided between two speech bubbles, and in one it says "shut," and in the next one it says "up."
And so we were like, we're confused. So we looked at what the fans did, what Hot Chocolate Scans did, and all that, and there was that. But then, thanks to our good old friend sidpoke here, we were able to understand the German translation of the official German translation of Beastars.
Oh yeah.
And is like the fan translation with how it did its line. So
Yeah.
Viz just didn't give a single, excuse my French here, give a flying fuck about the translation there.
Which is weird because the German version is technically licensed by Viz Media Switzerland.
So it's just the English Viz Media that doesn't care.
Yeah, probably. Also,
So,
this
yeah.
book is, this manga is like translated by one single person in Germany.
And they're doing much better than a team in Viz.
Yeah, so we can
it's so
tell
Viz,
that it's not translated by the English version.
So, yeah, that like we did that with that, and it was like, dang, why did I buy the Viz translations? I don't want to. I'll probably just want to buy imports of the originals if I wanted to support Paru.
Patrick,
German ones get
there's a
character
store in New
cards.
York that Patrick
What?
goes to where you can buy all of the Japanese volumes.
Oh yeah,
God,
that
it's
store's
so
called
amazing.
Kinokuniya, and they
Yeah.
have them not only in New York, but they also have a decent amount of them in Texas, California,
Yep.
along the West Coast, at least one in each state.
Oh heck,
Why
there's
don't
one
we
in
have
Plano? Man, I gotta make my
They're
way
in
to that
Plano.
place.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. Like I was just in Texas a couple years ago, and I was like, I could have gone to
What if there's one in
Kinokuniya.
Chicago?
Well,
That's
joke's
As a
on you.
Texan, I
I'm
can-
like in the middle of the United States where there's nothing good here.
Hey man,
Hello,
I know how that feels.
I'm a German. I am going to go. now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, these furniture. Yeah, there's New York, New Jersey, Chicago,
The Joycey.
New Jersey.
There's two in the DFW area.
There's none in the middle state known as Missouri. There's none.
I've been a few
There's
times.
one in America town.
Yes, there's one in American town. There's one in New York. There's one in New Jersey. There's one in frickin' Chicago.
There is
There's
good.
one- Yes, it's in
Only
Arlington
Drive in
Heights, as
big
it says.
city, traffic.
Carlton. There's a bunch in Texas, a couple in the West Coast. Too bad I don't live in West Coast or Seattle. I would have loved to go there though.
I think that I would probably end up going to the Chicago one if we ever ended up going there for anything else. Like that's my best bet at the moment.
I'm pretty close to Chicago.
Oh my god, they're
Nice.
not even that expensive.
No, like they have fun stuff in there. Like their Ghibli figures are definitely a lot more.
Can you order their stuff like
ranging
online, or
from
do you have to
40
go there?
70. Yes, you
They
can
have
order their
online.
stuff online. I have totally
Okay.
gone shopping online with them.
Yeah, their Beastars is like $8 for what looks like the 20th volume. Or at
Yeah,
least-
like that was why
yeah.
he ended up getting so many, is because they had it fairly affordable.
Fairly affordable. This is like the most affordable thing I've seen. So anyways, I was checking around
It's
189. I was checking around 189. What do you think's gonna happen to Melon's dad? Because Melon's dad is like pinned to the ground by a venomous lizard who has a piece of poison about to go into his mouth. So how's that gonna work?
Oh,
Because if you look at 20, there's actually like a small bit of poison like right
Yeah,
at Melon Dad's nose.
Telling
Yeah,
that.
he might not survive this.
Oh, he's gonna schlup that right back up. We should know
Either
this.
it's gonna be Melon,
He's gonna schlep.
or it's gonna be Gosha.
Yeah, I just looked on the thing. Why is the Viz translation more expensive than the like imports of the originals?
Because corporatism, I suppose. I don't know. Company prices are a bit weird.
Yeah.
I would
It's like
assume.
$8 online.
I would assume it's because Viz Media needs to translate, and so they're upping the prices in order to do the translation. Because with the Japanese, all you have to do is ship them. You don't have to like tinker with the actual lines.
That is true.
Yeah, no, Gosha. Gosha might very well just drop that in because his lines do say like he wants to taste the devoted love or whatever. And then and then there's just a side bit, this man cannot be forgiven. All right.
Oh, okay.
Like
not?
we don't know anything about this man other than the fact that he ran away. I guess that's bad.
Sometimes I feel I've got to.
I
run
wonder
away.
if Haru has a thing against absentee fathers.
I wonder.
Probably not.
I mean, I think
Just
Japan's culture is very bad against
Frowns
that.
upon it.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean, it
finish your
doesn't
thought.
feel
I
like
didn't mean to
No.
interrupt, yeah.
That was my thought.
Well, like thinking about that, I do kind of feel like okay, let me restart. We're gonna restart that sentence, and I'm gonna English great. The funny thing about it is that they treat this sin of abandonment as bad as like abuse. It is equivalent to abuse in this situation, as far as Gosha sees it, which I find kind of odd, but also kind of interesting because it does seem to be a different cultural value, like you were saying, Werewolf. Considering that like the hikikomori children, like where they'll stay in and the parents will take care of them for forever, like way past when they should, just simply because that's what you do for your children, kind of helps me understand why they're so adamant about not abandoning your children ever. I
Yeah.
guess it's a part of the duty that parents are supposed to feel, and so not keeping to your duty, just as abandoning your job as a duty or abandoning your friends as a duty to your friends, that sort of thing. Like if you are not doing your duty, you are a crap person.
It's very interesting.
Could also be a personal value of his that isn't really shared with anybody else, but it most certainly could be a cultural thing as well.
Yeah.
But because here's the father of a hybrid, just like Lugosi, who just straight up left him, and because of that, the hybrid is now a wanted criminal.
Yeah.
He sees that as a failure of the father, as much as it is a failure of the man himself, Melon.
Speaking of Melon, we've actually had like 2 chapters that barely feature him. 188 and 189 barely feature him.
The whole arc doesn't feature him a whole lot either.
Yeah.
Like mostly it's just Lugosi running the gauntlet with other carnivores.
Running the
and then
gauntlet.
suddenly Melon just sucker punches him.
Yeah.
Like there's a tornado of activity around everything else, and like Melon's just kind of sitting in the eye of the storm waiting.
And then there's just this.
Dude, that pose is amazing.
I don't get how he keeps his balance in that pose.
Dude, he looks like he's gonna start singing "Sweet Transvestite." Swear to God.
Yeah, it has that weird looking pose.
Like Rocky Horror Picture Show type, like showmanship. I don't know, man.
Also, yeah, just calculating like a box set of volumes 1 to 10 and all of 11 to 20 is $151 subtotal.
Oof.
Holy.
Oof.
I just made another meme.
Good job, man.
You check it. I put the link in podcast text.
Nice.
You know, with the whole with the whole thing about like that family's mothers killing themselves, can we talk about how
No,
sad
you made it
Liano's
so they
story
don't
is?
smile anymore.
I'm sorry. This is a clash of emotional tone here.
Yeah, this is a big clash because I'm talking about like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So anyways,
Okay.
if you go to like 134, that's where I'm at. I'm over here, and this is whenever we see like Liano's tragic backstory, and it's really, really sad, and I don't understand why it seems that almost all the wolves in this family have some sort of tragic end, because Liano and Toki killed themselves. Liano and Toki killed themselves. Then Miyagi just left. And then honestly, Lugosi's been having a pretty hard time. The only thing that's keeping him alive is plot armor.
Basically.
Yes. I like the fact that that all of the mothers of Lugosi's family so far have not only died, but died by their own hands and
you love
for a
that?
cause. Yes. No, I mean I love the thematics of it. I don't like that it happened.
It's very poetic in a way.
Yeah, they died
Okay,
for a
okay.
cause of an ideal relationship, where one of them could not reach it and could not handle it. One of them reached it, but at a dear cost of their life.
Yeah.
It's as if Paru is saying, "No, you cannot be happy."
No happiness allowed.
Yeah. Also, that whole episode is just full of emotions.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Cause that was during the
I just found 2 subreddits and they're not good.
that was during the whole what is it? The whole coma thing where Lugosi gets shot, which by the way should have probably killed him, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Clothed Lugosi, kind of clothed Lugosi. What?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Sorry,
Sid,
we're having multiple conversations here.
yeah, Sid just linked a couple of subreddits that have really dubious names.
Well, Clothed Lugosi is an odd premise. See, they take
I
the
see.
r/
I see this.
the other one and they put clothing over it.
Nice.
What?
So it's like one of those SFW Reddits.
Oh right, they added clothes on top of the.
It's so weird.
Oh, there's a picture of Louis making like mind stuff to make a pizza float into his mouth.
Yeah, I.
No.
Also,
Cover me,
jeez,
Gordon.
I found him on
Oh, there
AliEx.
Oh, it's
It is-
literally kind of clothed Lugos. It's him on a clothed
Someone
Right? Yeah.
halfway clothed.
It was so much better than I thought it was.
good stuff.
I feel like this conversation is like trying to herd cats to talk about the chapter.
I'm sorry. I was literally
I
almost
mean,
crying when I read
Here's
that.
what I'm gonna say. We normally break off from talking about the chapter like halfway through, and then we start doing random stuff like
Yeah.
me and my Mario impression doing the Jack.
Me and my
onion
snake
scene.
impression. Anyway, I have one more thing about the chapter though. It's interesting that instead of the whole scales ruffling thing being tied to aggression or anything, it's more just apparently tied to remembering something deep in their memory.
Yeah.
It's not exactly an emotion. It's more or less just
Like a
a
guttural
thing they
reaction.
do. Yeah, like
It almost
the 1,000-yard stare would be accompanied by the ruffling of scales.
I feel like it's almost kind of associated with the leopard thing.
Kind of, but the leopard thing is much more visceral than this one. Whereas you can start this at any time. The leopards cannot help it.
Yeah. But it seems like Toki's just trying to do something like that.
So you're saying if Markiplier was a lizard, his scales would ruffle if you mentioned the bite of 87?
No, that'd be
Was that
Mad
the
Pat.
bite of 87?
Why Markiplier?
Because of the
Man,
'Cause
every time
Markiplier's
that
a
he
May
has,
May.
like, when I think of like the sound that the scales would make, I always think of like a very light wind chime and having
I
them
think of
clink
it as
against
like
each other.
I think of
Ooh,
it
I
as
like
like
that.
the sound of wind shades opening.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah,
one too.
do you
Like,
know
I
the
have
sound
I
of,
just
like-
think that would really add to the effect of the scene.
Do you know the sound of like a bunch of metal sheets on just falling on top of each other? Because that's what I thought it was.
That is not ASMR, friend.
No,
Come
I
on,
wasn't
Brad,
thinking about
trying to
that.
remember something, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom.
Anti-aesthetic.
Anti-ASMR. Make your ears bleed.
So episode, I think it was what, 85 to 87. That was really good, and then 88 kind of took it off, and then just
Well,
this one, which is good, but
190 is
We're-
already out.
We
I
can
think
tell
the
we're
biggest
reaching the
problem-
end of this arc. We are reaching the end of it.
I mean,
think
it's
Seth-
also chapter 189.
Yeah.
We're like not.
And if we're going to think, if they're going to end at 100 or not 200 or 199, then this is going to be wrapping up pretty quickly soon.
Yeah.
So, I've seen 190, and this will.
Now-
Conversation.
Now, I want to bring up this question. Now that we're discussing that, do you think Beastars will end after this arc?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
No.
See, I don't think so. There are so many statements why it will probably not end. And
Now,
also, if it would end, I'm pretty sure Beast Complex would continue.
That's what I'm kind of anticipating.
Yeah.
Is that like the reason why that one's amping up a little bit more now is like to basically carry the torch afterwards. And you could do endless stuff with Beast Complex because it's separate stories. Or have they started
Yes.
getting more cohesive?
I think it's like
Maybe
like
they
those
get, like, a
fables or whatever. The
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
fables.
Dude,
Honestly,
all I know
love
is that
them.
people were saying that Paru was gonna end it at volume 20, and it just finished volume 20,
Yeah.
or not just finished. We're like
Yeah.
Super
more
close to
than-
the end.
Yeah.
12 chapters after volume 20.
What I think is very interesting is 2 chapters ago I would have said yes, the season was going to end, or the series was going to end. But now with freaking Melon Dad, I don't think it's going to end just because Melon is going to get a bunch more backstory now. And of course, we all know that the very final scene of Beastars ever is going to be Louis and Lugosi saying that they're going to be, or that they are the Beastars. We all know that, right?
Or it's gonna be Lugosi banging the hell out of her. No.
Actually, I'm gonna be surprised
course
if
they'll
it
do
does
that.
go past this and it doesn't pass 21, because this is just another manga. There was another manga strip, but they went on for around the same time and they ended back in May. Demon Slayer. That ran all the way till May 2020, and that has
By the
had
way.
21 volumes.
You
Yeah.
think
Alex Lee.
Sun will reappear?
Who?
Sun.
Alex Lee.
Oh, San? No.
No.
You know what's funny? If you combine the name Sun and Q, you have Sun Q, which is basically thank you in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait,
Thank you. Yeah, it's like
It
like
is.
Japan
It's-
English.
It's official trivia.
Yeah.
It's Japan English.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I was
is.
saying something about Toki, about her name.
Oh yeah. Toki's name is like a weird play on the word toxic in English.
Which
And
means
Sebun-
poison.
Sebun is
Oh.
basically spelled 7. We would say 7.
Yeah,
the
it's.
number.
I don't understand it being translated to 7, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't write the manga.
Why does Paru name a bunch of people numbers?
Yeah, what's Paru's thing with
I'm
numbers?
livestock number 4.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well,
in
you
their
could-
case, it was livestock, so.
Yeah, but
you could-
it's 7 in livestock.
That actually
or
brought
in-
up a theory that I think that was discussed like a couple things ago. That what if 7 is livestock?
That'd be
Was
Oh,
livestock?
Savon. Well, no, it's just French for soap. Like.
no,
who
no, no,
names
no, no,
their
no, no,
kid
not
soap?
Savon, not Savon.
Oh, wait, no. Oh,
Seboon.
we're talking about
Sebun.
Boon.
Seboon. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, Savon's just soap.
No.
Who
I mean,
named
her
her
name
kid
isn't
soap?
Seboon. It's 7.
Oh, you know what?
Asking why
on
she
the-
names her character after
Looking at
numbers
the
is
livestock,
useless as asking Akira Toriyama why he names his characters after vegetables.
Or
why
Panions.
Araki names his characters after music.
Well, no, you
Madman.
already know why. He just likes it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a question that I had about the livestock plot, but I wonder if they have any carnivore livestock.
That would be interesting. You would think like with the elephants that like carnivore livestock would be much more like valuable because like they can fight back.
They can grow up to be dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I wonder if like the whole rule of like, meat-eating animals tend to have better steaks in real life than plant-eating animals. I wonder if that's true in Beastars or not.
Hmm.
Because instead of just focusing all the grass and herbs and all the plants into muscle, you just eat more muscle to gain muscle, and that just creates much more dense muscle in terms of like carnivores.
That is interesting.
So I
Yeah.
wonder if that's the ultimate forbidden fruit of the society: carnivore meat.
Interesting.
That's actually like a good plot point. Paru, if you're listening, take note.
No, this is gonna be for the next arc. It's gonna be Lugosi like, I'm still hungry for meat. I'm gonna eat carnivores.
And I would wonder if carnivore on carnivore violence would be kind of normalized because haha, carnivore's violent.
It is.
I wonder
That's
how
how they started
the,
out.
Aren't they fighting in the
Yeah.
Black LA market?
I wonder how this background market's
Yeah.
going to affect the culture of the black market.
It's gonna be like the police are gonna constantly be there like, hey, you can't come in. No meat allowed.
It's either that or they just drop the hammer and just let them do whatever.
What do
They
you
let them
think
do
is
whatever
like,
but legalize it. Meaning
what
that
do you
it
think will
go
be
over right
happening
now.
to them?
Yeah.
By the end of the manga, what do you think will happen to the
But
Black
Mel's
LA
gonna
market?
die.
Oh yeah, Mel is definitely going to die by the end of the series. I don't know if he's going to die by the end of the season, but
I mean,
He's
like
gonna die not by Lugosi's hand,
specifically,
though.
what do you think what will happen to the Back Alley market?
ew.
Because if
Like I said,
everything breaks down right now, there's stuff gonna be happening there, right?
Yeah, there's full on anarchy right now because of the
Well,
meat.
thing is,
Yeah. Do you think
Fuck.
it will like completely be destroyed or something, or?
I think the back alley market will have a sudden rush of culture shock, whereas like the general public finally accepts it, but only if there's a police presence to normalize it. You know,
Oh, so you think?
like,
it's
for
like
example,
weed
you
or
can
something?
criminalize illegally bought meat, or you can like legally source the meat from like hospitals or donors or stuff like that.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Because like the livestock thing, that's bad, and people are definitely going to be against that, or against animals.
Yeah,
But whenever it comes to the hospitals and like the organ donors, they could be like an organ donor where they sign off their body to be eaten.
yeah,
So you think of like
I think there will be a normalization of the back alley market, especially
Normalization.
after the chapter where there was just, instead of everybody going after each other, especially with like Yaya being completely fucking blind in the dark, everybody just holds hands, especially the carnivores with the fragile herbivores, to keep
Yeah,
them safe. So that means that the culture is a lot more forgiving than was implied earlier.
Yeah, chapter 184, I believe.
And also the speech with Louis certainly opened up some eyes.
Yeah.
I would
Rui.
No, we aren't going to that. is Louis.
Rui, and it's
No.
Rego sheet.
It's pronounced Ruisu and Bragoshi.
Yeah.
It's Rego sheet.
But I do think that that event in chapter 184 with like the whole carnivores holding hands while the power is out, I think that's interesting because it brings back the old life animal and like the ancient animal thing about the carnivores wanting to protect the herbivores instead of eating them.
Yeah, the general carnivore is much more socially acceptable than the back alley carnivore currently.
Oh, yeah.
That might change soon.
Yeah, who knows?
You
Or
know,
maybe nothing at all could change, and they'll just like have an uncomfortable side of the city just kind of sort of publicly
like the
announced
slums or
or
something?
ignored.
Like
Yeah,
a sort of
that.
slum? I mean, it could be the ghetto.
Yes, that.
God, I don't. That freaking mistranslation.
It made sense, but it's still inaccurate.
Yeah, because like
really live
by
there.
definition, with the ghetto, people like live in the ghetto, right? Like it's
Yeah,
usually a residential
Do
area.
people live in the back alley market?
I mean, there's Goheen, but I don't
Yeah, there's like hotels and
I
stuff.
don't-
really.
It also has
Isn't
private
the
property, and
condos
the back alley market is like one of the
part
richest.
of it?
Apparently.
I guess there's something like the hidden condo, but it's not. Isn't?
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
pretty sure the hidden
wasn't it
condo
too
is supposedly like
Together.
close,
might
very close
outside
to
of
it. Yeah.
It's just like low cost apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No
Yeah.
cost apartments, no
yeah,
questions
it is a
asked.
ghetto.
Just don't leave a mess.
Yeah, I'm like, how does Lugosi still have like an apartment at this point? Because he's been off like
does-
fighting people and training all the time and
It's
not
only
How
been
does
working.
Legosi still live?
It's only been how many days?
He got money from Yaku, right? Or Yaya, right?
The whole fight started, I think.
I'm pretty sure like chapter 170. Oh no. It's been Rexmas since 172.
That's like a good fourth of the freaking arc.
Yeah. The past arc has taken place on one night, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
isn't he fighting him like New Year's? Wasn't it?
Well,
No, it's
Rexmas.
Rexmas. It's
Oh,
Christmas.
Rexmas. Okay, he will be.
New
fighting.
Year's Eve was Riz.
Can I say that I freaking love Rexmas because I want flying T-Rex Santa now, and you
Same.
can't stop me.
Yeah.
Same.
Also, it's really weird because like whenever this religion started, people had to go like door to door to other people and say like their Lord and Savior is a flying T-Rex.
Or it could just be like the normal
And the Lord said, "Rar."
And the Lord said "Rar XD."
Three.
No.
Oh, I refuse to let this happen. I will server mute all of you.
Use your sins across the room.
Okay. Well, now that we're nearing the end of the podcast.
No, we're
nearing
not.
the
I don't
last-
think so. At least we're on the back half, but we're
No.
not near the end.
No.
No, we started this
We
full
are 12
recording
minutes
thing. At,
PM.
yeah,
What?
so we're nearing the end.
No, we have 15 minutes, guys.
Yeah, we got time.
I thought it was 12 minutes. It's 12:18, and we started at like 1:30.
Yeah.
Do you want to start something?
Anyways, what do y'all think is gonna happen to the Shishigumi? Because like they're disbanded.
Only temporarily. They'll get
Temporary.
bailed out by the eyewitness of fucking Louis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Louis has money.
And
But-
also, he's the one that was supposedly abducted.
Yeah, it might be like it might be like a Lugosi thing where Lugosi kind of got off on the whole predation thing because of
He
that.
did not.
Kinda.
Careful how you say that. Careful how you say that. God damn.
He wasn't like thrown in jail.
He wasn't, but he was officially registered as a predator.
He was, but again, he's not thrown in jail, like Riz.
Yaya made that claim that if he got Melon, he'd like clear his record.
Oh yeah, right.
Now,
Oh,
here's the
that's
question.
right,
How
Lugosi
many
still has
y'all
a
think
boner.
he's actually gonna do that?
I have
Yeah,
no
I
idea.
don't.
Lugosi's not going to be the one to kill him.
I think
I
he would.
think after tonight, he might.
No.
Like, after the events that happened outside.
After tonight.
I keep thinking in terms of like comic time, not actual
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
time. like after the whole like everything Yaya's seen might end up pointing towards, hey, these carnivores have a lot more love in them than I give them credit for. Maybe this guy does deserve a chance.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe.
he is a carniphobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
He's also kind of homophobic based off one line that he said when he was first shown.
Wait,
Oh,
Yaya?
what?
Who?
Apparently, from what I remember from a translation, there was a line that he said that a relationship was with a woman and a man or something.
That might just be the translation's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Hang on.
I think it was 117. Technically, Legosi is a cannibal because he ate carrots that were made with like the fertilizer of carnivores.
That's like saying technically we eat manure because it's fertilized with manure.
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense.
All right,
Mm.
Not really. Yeah.
but granted, that was a pretty awesome chapter. Am I right?
A little bit, yeah, but the teeth pulling out thing will never cease to make me shudder a
Oh
little bit.
god.
Just imagine the noise. Ugh.
Oh
Uh.
God, I didn't want to think about that.
Oh, this is gonna be in the
Rather than
anime, right?
Yeah, this is going to the end.
To run.
I mean, it's third season, but still.
Why don't you just make like muffled noises, you know?
Oh man, that's good.
Uh,
Dude, someone had a headcanon about the skull that you could see. They're like, oh yeah, it's the same exact shape of the Tibetan sand fox that Goheen was training. And I'm like,
No.
please don't tell me that.
It is
No,
not.
that made me so upset.
I like to see
This
Joe,
is a
right?
person, obviously, and not just another member of the species.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
like,
not.
the fact that they said that when I
That's
just
definitely
like-
not the same skull. That's like this. That's like the skull of like a tiger. Not the snout is not big enough, and there's not enough of a bridge between the head and the snout.
Honestly,
That was
Paru-
my consolation on
If
it.
that was a reference to that, Paru would have drawn attention to it.
Yeah, probably.
It wouldn't have just been there, just silently stewing.
Also, was this before or after the Tibetan fox?
It was after.
It was after, yeah.
Oh yeah, Tibetan fox was season 2.
That was another one of my favorite little
Tibetan
side
Fox
stories
was
that they did.
extremely pent up, I suppose. A good word for her.
I don't think it's a good word, but okay.
I gotta
Urban
disagree
Nature,
with that because she was just doing that to get out of the situation she was in. She was
Could've-
using that as a coping mechanism.
Could have well, that is a form of pent up. I wouldn't say like that specific kind of pent up, but like she has trouble expressing her emotions, so she's pent up emotionally.
Oh, okay. Because there's
Yeah.
no way to
It-
express it outwardly.
It is kind of like autism, and I am a bit sympathetic to it.
I really want that character to come back, because that
I
means
would
that
love
this
that
side
too.
story is actually like consistent and like is supposed to
would have
happen.
Suppose that that'll happen. Like like the Tibetan fox girl and Gosha just staring off in the sunset on the tower.
Have you guys even seen like a Tibetan fox? They're funky looking.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, let me
Like
Google
someone
that.
tried to
Fox is
box in my brain.
Actually, don't worry about it. I'll put it in the. I'll put it in.
breaks.
Oh, they
animal,
look
I swear.
cool.
They got whack ass faces. They're just like,
Dude.
I'm
You're like
judge
foxes,
you
but slightly to the
silently.
left.
That is the
Iranian Samboa.
that is literally the fox face of I've had enough of your shit.
Yeah.
The image was a fursuit head.
It's
Oh
the
dear.
fox with coffee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my phone so I can post the pictures of the Tibetan sand fox.
Okie dokie.
Cool.
Oh god, why are
Dude,
their eyes
We'll have
so
to find
wide?
this
Oh,
thing.
like, they're so high up.
Yeah, they're just like,
They're just-
they're
What,
scheming.
what are you looking at? I don't know. Let me peek. Hmm?
Oh man.
Okay.
Poor eyes.
Okay, I found the line. I found the line that I was mentioning. In chapter 103, he says interspecial love, heterosexual love, it's normal for animals to be attracted to those who are different from them.
Huh?
Mm.
So
Cubism.
so take that as you will.
It's interesting that it looked like he like did it with a blindfold on.
Well, it's like the whole thing about horses having the blinders on because otherwise their eyes are too sensitive.
Yeah, but
Something
that's
like-
just a straight up blindfold.
Yeah.
Also, I just looked at the Tibetan sand fox, and it's just that fucking face.
That
like-
face, yeah.
Doge was like made out of Play-Doh.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have the cat equivalent that's called a palace cat, and these things are massive.
Oh, they're great. Those are
Oh
awesome.
god.
Also-
they're literally like this.
Oh,
I would like to draw
God.
attention to.
Why is it in Spyro chat? Oh yeah, that's wrong.
I would I would like to draw attention to 103 again. On slide 4, Paru made Gosha's hands way too big.
oh God.
There's the Arabian sand boa.
Oh my god, those are huge.
Look at that fucking snake.
Annoying hands.
Fucking yaoi hands, yeah.
Editor,
Oh god.
editor, you know what to do.
Hold on. Sid, do you not have the role that allows you to embed? No, you don't.
What?
There, now you can embed links.
I can't now.
I drew
There we
on a
go.
while back. Thank you, Sheeb.
Actually, hang on. I found something. In 103 again, this chapter's packed. A hippo seems to be mugging Toki for the fur coat. So maybe that's what carnivores are like made for in the black market whenever they're product. That it's not for meat, but instead for like furs.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Also, I gotta say something just real quick. Rokume would be a lot less badass looking if she was an Arabian sand boa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like you
Alright, so you know
just
what
that
to
derpy
do.
face with the JoJo hat on.
Hello, it is I, Rokume.
Legosi, I need your help to catch the bad guy. I know who it is, but I won't tell you.
Horror will find a way to make it look intimidating, I swear to God.
Yeah. Since we're nearing the ending point of the thing, I would like to talk about our guest, Miffix.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
no.
you oh no. Oh no. So
Yeah.
you do voice acting for Elson Wong's dubs. And for the people who don't or listen to the podcast and don't know Elson Wong's dubs, Elson Wong does voice acting videos on Beastars and a bunch of other stuff. And did a couple of other things. But yeah, you are a voice actor for Elson Wong. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
What?
He's done the Beastars dubs. He also did a Dreamkeepers movie. I apologize, I have a bird. He also did a Dreamkeepers movie a while back for David Lilly, if you guys have ever seen that series. And he's
Nope.
also done one for Beyond the Western Deep. So he does a lot of different comic dubs. Yeah.
So what do you do for Elson Wong? Like, what do you voice?
So, as it currently is, if we had gotten farther into doing the anime dubs, I was going to end up being the voice of Lagome, and then also in the BNA remix for Brand New Animal, I was going to be the voice of Jackie, which is the little raccoon character that. runs
Yes.
around and follows
Your
Pikachu.
voice is
I
perfect for
love-
that.
Dude.
Too bad. Too bad
yeah.
I can't get into any Trigger anime whatsoever.
Bummer deal, but it was honestly was really fun to play as Jackie. Like, I love that freaking character.
So you do all that, and you were gonna be Lagome for the canceled anime dub, which
Yeah.
which was shut down because Netflix was like, "We're doing our own dub. We're doing official ones. You gotta stop."
Pretty
Is that
much.
correct?
Like, the only way that we can still do the anime dubs, because he is still wanting to do 3 and 4. I don't think that he's gonna get through the whole first season, but he did really enjoy working with it, and everyone that was voice acting in it really enjoyed working on the project. So he's going to do 3 and 4, I think, still, but to get past that YouTube and Netflix thing, you can only release like 2 minutes at a time. Is kind of a
I
way
see.
to get around that. So he's still planning on doing fun stuff, and in the meantime, since I'm not really actively on a project that's getting posted a lot, I've been on the podcast for the Beastars live streams that he does, where we do live chapter readouts. So I'm a regular on there for the
see.
most part. That's like the majority of my involvement with the group, is being on the podcast and like voicing, or I'm kind of like the secretary. I'm like the chat moderator basically. And I catch all the fan art and stuff like that, and I make fan art for the live streams too. So I forgot to mention that I'm also like resident artist. So
Ooh.
one of the
nice.
resident artists. I
Oh,
mean,
you
Elson's an
want the
artist
artist
himself,
role?
obviously.
I'll do it.
Here.
Give me an artist role. I feel so special.
You are now green, by the way.
Oh, I'm green. I love green. It's my favorite color.
Nice.
I'm green. If I was blue, I would die.
I mean, if you're green, that could also mean you're radioactive, so that's dangerous too.
Yeah. Shout out to
Ooh,
Elson
so
One's
blue.
podcast.
Dude. That's awesome.
What?
Shout out to Elson Wong's podcast, a fellow Beastars podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
To
Even
Big
though
Brother.
like no one knows about this podcast.
Yeah, we have like no
You
offense
guys
to the
are
viewers, but we have
growing,
like
man.
5 weekly. No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been seeing you guys growing a little bit more, so I'm stoked to see it go further for you guys.
oh,
We're almost at
before
500
we leave-
subscribers. And we have
500.
a
So freaking cool.
500 subscribers special made and waiting for when that's gonna happen.
yes, and
Yeah.
and we got something else we need to talk about because it's something that is important.
What's that?
Since pretty much me, Jake, I don't know about Jake. Me, Bill, a bunch of others. Since like school is starting back up in the United States, even though it really shouldn't. We will have less time to probably do like do editing and stuff for that. So videos might be separated farther apart, like big manga videos, and we might we'll take some time more on our work because we can't like release it like every single 2 weeks because school's pain. I highly doubt our like school time and our time that we can edit or whatever we can do it.
We
I
still
believe in
have
you.
content lined up to be released, but it might take a little longer.
Yes, but we are working on episode 6.
Yes, it is
And
in
this
production.
is the Bill fight. This is the Bill fight.
Yeah, stage
so
by time. It's gonna be 4 chapters long, so it's gonna be like a 20 minute.
This has
so
chapter 15.
We need
Chapter
need some-
15. Warm proof of. Damn it, Bill.
you are not saying it, Bill. You are not saying it, Bill. I am gonna stop you. I stopped you this time.
But as it turns out, that might be what you get.
Colonel. So
Damn it,
what I
Colonel.
was saying, since this is such a like important chapter, we need.
We
some
want to take our time. We want to
wanna
take our time and make the
We put
editing
the
better
editing
than
up
we did
on
for
our
episode
2 main
5.
editors. So yeah.
Yeah, we
Um,
only have 2 main editors. By the way, if you're an editor that's listening to the podcast and are like really wanting to help with the project, DM me or
me.
Bill, and we'll like set up like a test or send us your like portfolio or examples of your work, and we'll see what can happen.
Yeah. Also,
Also-
we have one of the smaller comic dubs coming out at some point. And it's the Arrested Development Beastars crossover comics by Potato Girl on Reddit. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that.
And if you are a voice actor who wants to participate in these manga dubs or comic dubs,
Or just in the server.
or just in the server,
you
go
can- you
to
Yeah, we have a link. We have a Discord link on the YouTube. We have a Discord link on the r/Beastars sub.
and if you go
Discord.
to
If you go to our
our-
website, https://projectcherryton.com/home/, we got invites and you can watch all our videos and it's
Also,
good
you
stuff.
can send in your comics if you have any dubs,
Yes.
any comics
Yeah.
you want to be dubbed that are Beastars themed.
and are
We
not
might do that.
safe for work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not Digimon Zootopia Beastars crossover.
It's gonna be a joke. We had this last time. Come on, leave that person alone. I feel like this is almost no.
So, anyways, any last words, anyone?
We'll start with the guest. Do you have any last words? Like, hey, you want to announce any what
Yeah,
you
plug your
do,
shit.
or like plug your shit.
I'm sorry, the plug your shit. I'm just dying over here. You guys are magical.
Glad we are.
All right, who has shit to plug?
That's you.
Oh,
All right,
what?
you. We're asking you.
Oh shit! Whoops. Okay, sorry.
You must plug.
I guess the only things to plug is I guess you could check out the Beastars live streams when we do them. Is a fun one. Those are like we were doing them every 2 weeks, but it's been more like 3 to 4 weeks now. And then also I've been streaming artwork every Saturday, and that's been really fun. But I'm gonna start doing it more times a week. And I also have a sticker shop. So I am Miffix _R on Twitch, and I also have an Etsy shop called Miffsticks, MIFFSTICKS. I did it. And I'm gonna be putting in a lot more stickers there at the beginning of the month that I'm gonna be selling, and they're really cute, and they're based on Brand New Animal, Beastars, and I think I'm gonna do a Gretzko as well, considering I already have some Haida stickers that are ready to fly. So that's about all that I have as far as like things to share or places like to hang out with me or hang out with Elson and our Beastars crew.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do the other co-heads before coming back to me. Purple Shirt Bill, aka wquiz.
Hello. Yeah. So keep an eye out for some stuff. The 500 subscriber special is pretty damn cool. So get your friends to subscribe or something.
I'll
Friends
plug
will
ya.
accept you for being a filthy furry. They aren't friends.
What?
You filthy fairies.
I can't believe you.
All right. Werewolf.
Did you almost say W3R Wolf?
W3O.
Anyways, go subscribe to my channel.
Werewolf.
Please go subscribe to my channel. I have many big things coming, including a Undertale marching show. Just gonna put that out now. And yeah, go subscribe. All right, thanks.
All right. Orion.
I don't have anything in particular to add other than listen to Wonder of You. It's important. The song, I mean.
Oh man, is this a Jamilion moment? Is this my time to shine?
Yes,
Sidpoke,
Sheeb.
our editor.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Oof.
What a thrill.
Sidpoke.
Yeah, so check out the website. I put a lot of effort into it.
Yes.
And also, I don't know, love yourself.
What is the sweetest
yes.
plug? It was like such a humble plea, and then a sweet note at the end of it. Like, can I hug you? That was
But I'm,
precious.
like, overseas.
Okay, well, then just air hug.
Okay, feel hugged.
All right. Mount Sheeb.
What's up,
Mount Saint Sheeb. is
Mount
the
Sheeb?
Lord.
I have a Bandcamp, ashiba.bandcamp.com. If you want, listen to it. That's pretty much it.
All right. And I gotta say my things. I keep saying this because I want you all to fucking listen to this video, but go to my channel and watch the Persona 1 manga dub video I did. It's the best acting I've done in a long time, and none of y'all watch it, and y'all need to watch it right now. Do it. I dare you.
Feeling called out here. Jesus.
So anyways, thank you everyone for listening.